Hi everybody, it's Matt here. You are about to listen to the latest episode of The Listies Make You Lolcat. This is a message for all of the parents listening. If you'd like to support the making of this podcast, you can do that by buying us a baby chino at www.buymeacoffee.com/thelisties. That's buymeacoffee.com/thelisties. Thanks very much and enjoy the episode. Bye.
It's the Listies Make You Lolcast.
What?
Yes.
Is that true?
It is, Matt.
Really?
Yes. Do you know the saddest thing about this podcast?
Oh, what?
We missed May the 4th. So we could have done we could have done a whole. We could have dressed up as Ewoks. We could have dressed up as Lego. We could have dressed up as the Sky Monkey or the Space Frog or all of those other famous characters who are in the world of is it Star Trek or Star I haven't seen it.
Oh, Rich, your knowledge of science fiction Star Wars is second to none.
Well, my knowledge of Star Trek is better than Star Wars, I will say. I prefer trekking to warring, ultimately. Yes.
Do you know my knowledge of Star Wars is
Yes.
better than Star Wars?
Well, I'm glad we brought up space because unfortunately there are some corrections later in the show and some of them do pertain to space. But anyway, thank you for joining us here on the podcast. It's very exciting to be here, isn't it, Matt?
Oh, Rich, it's very exciting to be anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, like when you think about it.
Where are we?
If you really... I don't know where we are.
Same place we always are, Matt.
Inside people's ears and minds.
Yeah, but we're broadcasting live inside our mobile dog wash / recording studio, and Nan is here. She's back.
Yes.
She's
Hi,
recovered
Nan.
from a comedy festival season.
Oh, she did so well. I think everybody knows that. If you listen to last episode of Our Lives, you'll find out that Nan had over 10 people at her comedy
10?
festival show. Yeah, it was heaps.
Double figures.
That's
Double
more,
figs.
That's more followers than your poetry fans.
Well, actually, no, not since it got hacked. It's actually gone viral since it got hacked, and it's now doing great guns.
How many has it got now?
Oh, like hundreds of thousands. It's just basically like deals about rice cookers at the moment, and people just love that, you know?
Oh, great. Actually, that might explain why Nan has so many rice cookers.
Does she?
She says it's a side hustle. She said everybody loves rice.
They do.
Yeah,
It's
and
great.
she also says that she's come up with this brilliant plan for all of her rice cookers, which is it's just 1 grain per cooker.
Okay, that's not how you use a rice cooker.
I think it makes lots of sense. You just put 1 little grain in every rice cooker, and then so if you're making dinner, you just have to flood your house with rice cookers.
And look,
Come on down to Nan's to get a rice cooker.
one grain, 1 full grain rice, but just the 1 grain. If someone opened one of Nan's rice cookers, they would be like, "What is this? A dinner party for ants?"
Rich, I'd love to have a dinner party for ants.
Yes. Well,
You wouldn't have to feed them very much.
you actually, if you want to have a dinner party for ants, Matt, it's easy. It's called a picnic.
That's true.
That's what a dinner party for ants is.
I love picnics, but you don't like them, do you, mate?
No, absolutely not. And in fact, in our new book, which is coming out in August, which is called This Book is a Joke, there is 4 whole pages about why I don't like picnics.
Some may say that's too many pages. In
Not
fact, that's
I.
what our publisher says.
Yes. No, but I had it set in, they said, you can only have 4 pages. I said, okay, we'll set it in really small font and we'll ignore all the margins and we'll just pack all the reasons why I don't like picnics into 4 pages.
You are going to walk away from the whole project unless they let you put that in, won't you?
I wish I could, Matt, but I don't have an ounce of rebellion in me. So
You know what they tried to ban from me, Rich?
what?
In the new book, you know what they tried to ban?
What?
They tried to censor me, Rich. They tried to cancel my brain.
I've been trying to do that for years.
It was things to say just after you fart.
We're never going to get into libraries.
My top 2 are get out. That one, and I like surprise.
Matt, that's outrageous. We have actually got a double page spread. Things you say after you fart. And Matt's page it's like my anti-picnic page. It's chock-a-block. It's wall to wall. My page has 1 phrase, which is pardon me, which is the only permittable thing you should ever say if you ever fart. Pardon me. Pardon me. Nan's getting herself ready over there in the corner of the dog trailer / podcast studio. Well, what's she getting ready for?
I don't want to say, Rich, but
Okay.
it's very exciting. And let's just say that we might have a very special guest on this episode of the podcast, but I can't tell you who it is. It's definitely not Nan, but it might be Nan. I'm not going to tell you, though, because I'm very good at keeping secrets. Like that time that Rich told me that he once accidentally did a fart on an airplane and everybody noticed. And then he said, no, that wasn't me. It must have been that baby.
No, I didn't. I mean, it was that baby. It was that baby, honestly.
Yeah, so I'm so good at keeping secrets.
Matt, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to?
Yeah.
Rich, I've been hanging out with my pet rock Puglet. You know my pet rock Puglet?
I thought you left him on the beach and he got washed away.
I found him again.
Oh.
He'd been on such an adventure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do tell me your adventure of a stone that you found on the beach.
Okay, so I was walking along the beach and I was crying, missing Puglet and also Bum Potato. A lot of things have happened to me in the last 23 years of my life. And I looked down and I saw it.
This really is a comedy podcast.
Glistening in the distance. In the distance, I saw it. And I ran in slow motion. And there he was, Puglet, laying in the water with only one googly eye. So now Puglet's a pirate.
So does that mean somewhere out there in the sea there is a googly eye sticking onto like the forehead of a fish somewhere, and someone's going to think it's a three-eyed fish like on The Simpsons?
I don't want to think about that, Rich. Yeah.
Okay. So Matt, what are you trying to? What are you doing with Puglet? What are you guys doing when you're hanging out with a stone?
Rich, Puglet has been teaching me mindfulness.
Oh, wow. I guess he's good at meditating.
He's so good at just being. You know, wherever he goes, there he is. And that's the life lesson I've been learning from my pet rock Puglet.
Wherever you go, there you are.
Wherever Puglet goes, there he is. Oh, what did you just drop there, Nan? Oh, she dropped her mascara.
Oh.
She's got her full face on for this very special guest that we have on the podcast, which isn't Nan.
Just to cut this out, because obviously don't want to tell the audience that we are interviewing Nan. But she does know that we're not shooting video. Like, why is she getting so dressed up and dolled up? Like,
Nan always says, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, okay. Can I just ask you another question?
Go on.
What do you mean by cut this out?
Pardon me. Pardon me. Pardon me. Matt, it's time for the first segment of the podcast.
Hey! Oh, hang on. Just a quick question before we get into that. Will we be having a poem at the end of this?
Yeah, that's like saying, will we be having a poem at the end of the... Just the answer's yes.
Okay, great.
So, Matt, it's time for us to play the best segment of all time that we're doing in this episode. It's called No Silly Questions, Only Silly Answers.
The theme song! No. Oh, we haven't done one of these for ages, Rich. No silly questions, only silly answers. No silly question, yeah, there are answers. And I will give you an answer if you want.
Okay, so welcome
second verse.
No second verse. Okay, welcome to No Silly Questions, Only Silly Answers. If you haven't heard this segment before, this is where listeners can send us a question which does not have to be silly, and we will answer it.
Oh, Richard, Can I just say congratulations on correcting your earlier mistake when you said people and then you just changed it to listeners, because we have a lot of animals listening to this podcast. And rocks. Thank you. Puglet feels very seen by that.
Thank you. All right.
He's just staring at me with his one little eye.
So
Hi, Puglet.
We got a question, and I'm going to read this letter, and it has some emojis. So, Matt, can you read the emojis and I'll read the words?
Okay.
Hi, listies. We are Sir Farticus and Madame Tim Tam. Beautiful. Unusual names. Or Sophie and Joe, which is very boring. And we have a question.
Oh, woman with her hand up.
What is your favourite thing to buy from Aldi? Lots of love.
Smiley face with love hearts.
Sir Farticus and Madame Tim Tam. Well,
what is our favourite thing to buy from Aldi? This is a very important question, Rich.
this is next level. Thank you for your question, Sophaticus and Madam Tim Tam. I'm just really happy that members of the aristocracy listen to our podcast. Can I just say?
It's fair. Oh, Rich, this podcast is super fancy.
The best thing I've ever seen, and this is a real answer, is one of those things, and apparently you plug it in and it kind of jiggles around and you stand on it and apparently it makes you lose weight.
Oh, like a wobbly weight
thing.
lossy thing.
Yes, like a weight lossy thing. And I really wanted to get one just so we could put a jelly on it, but it seemed like kind of a waste. So that's my favourite thing. I didn't actually buy it.
Yeah.
The boring answer is probably microwavable rice.
Oh, what is my favourite thing to buy from Aldi? Let me just think about this. It's a pretty difficult question to answer because you know how, Rich, I don't know if you know this about me, but I do like bananas.
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
know that.
but I don't get them from Aldi because I get them from a monkey.
Where does the monkey get them from?
From a shop.
Okay, is that shop Aldi? Are we blowing this wide open for the first time?
What?
Does the monkey shop at Aldi?
The monkey shops at Aldi?
You heard it here first, folks. The monkey is
hang on, no, Rich.
of Big Aldi. What?
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking this through.
Yeah.
If I get it from a monkey and the monkey gets it from a shop, then the shop would also have to get it from a monkey. So there we go. Yeah.
Wheels.
Next question.
Hi, Nan and Matt and Rich. My brother and I love listening to your podcast. We have a question for the new segment, No Silly Questions, Only Silly Answers. Here's the question. Has Matt ever stolen anything from Aldi? That is from Eleanor, a devoted lister Rooney.
Hi, Eleanor. Have I ever stolen anything from Aldi?
Matt.
Yes, Rich.
If you ever steal anything from Aldi, well, that will be the most illegal thing that ever happens. We'll be sent to prison forever and thrown away the key.
Do you remember that time, Rich, we were in Aldi and you ate a grape?
That was because I had low blood sugar.
Yeah, but then we walked out of Aldi without paying for it?
Oh, I felt
Does that mean that... Wait, what's that noise? Rich!
What?
It's the police! Run!
And we're back. It was actually
Okay.
It was actually just an ambulance that was driving by, and it had nothing to do with us. Well, it has a PS. Also, we have a sponsor idea: lawn goaters, a cross between a goat and a lawnmower. Essentially, just a super fancy, ridiculously expensive lawnmower shaped like a goat that eats/mows absolutely everything in your backyard. From thanks, Eleanor.
I think that would sound a little like this.
Wow. Where did you get that
Yeah,
from?
I stole it from Aldi.
Oh, Matt!
This next question is...
Our cat lawyers have said, please be aware that Matt has never stolen anything from Aldi. Only that one grape, that one time, and it wasn't his fault. He had low blood sugar.
Rich, that was you.
Oh, shh.
No.
Next question. Subject. No silly questions. Message. Why have we never heard Nan's voice on the Pugcast? From Chloe the Great. Thank you, Chloe.
Oh, Chloe, you are
Chloe,
in
great.
for a real treat, Chloe, because I can't tell you what's going to happen in a little bit of time, but I can tell you that it's going to interview Dan, but I can't tell you that because I'm bursting.
How much do I have to pay you to stop doing that voice?
Look at how excited Pooglet is.
Yeah, it's just a rock with one eye, though. Like, oh,
He's so excited.
I guess he does look pretty excited. That's the end of No Silly Questions, Only Silly Answers.
Rich, if people want to send us their very own No Silly Questions, Only Silly Answers, how could they do that?
Well, we have a brand new, it's got that new car smell email for the podcast. It's lolcast@thelisties.com. lolcast@thelisties.com.
/cat/dog/Pooglet only has one I / don't know where the other one is. .com .ouch. Where did it go?
Listeners, please disregard all the things that Matt just said.
Do you mean for the whole podcast or just that bit there?
I mean for their whole lives.
Okay.
Pardon me. Matt, we've got a special guest joining us for this podcast.
Rich, you can't start an interview with this person like that.
We don't have much time. It says her lift is arriving soon.
Don't worry, Rich. I got this. What do you get if you cross awesome with excellent? Awcelent. Smart with businessy. Smiznessy. Funny with artistic. fartistic.
I feel like there's going to be some corrections about those words.
If you put all of those in a blender with a dash of milk and a banana and some ice cream and maybe just a little bit of chocolate syrup. Actually, Rich, can you finish this intro because I'm going to go get a few things.
Where are you going?
Oh, just to get a few things. Just keep reading.
Okay, she puts the grand in grandma, the nana in nana, oh my goodness in Omar, the knee in granny. Here she is, all the way from the other side of the dog washing studio. You asked and we answered. It's time to interview Nan.
Audience in a can is very excited to meet you, Nan.
What is all this stuff?
Just keep going, Rich.
Okay, so Nan, welcome. We've had a lot of people asking for us to interview you on this podcast, and we're finally getting to do it. We're excited. You're excited. How are you? Matt, do you have to do that in here now?
Sorry, I'm just making us all a smoothie.
Sorry, Nan. Sorry. Just go ahead. What were you saying? Just how are you? Matt, stop blending!
Rich, I can't stop halfway through a smoothie. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a smoothie, would it? It'd be a lumpy. Isn't that right, Nan? Sorry, my finger slipped there.
Have you finished?
Oh, yes, all right.
Just have a lumpy. Use a spoon, okay?
Okay.
Now, I'll get back to my interview. Now, Nan, we have a question from someone called Blitzshard. Anyway, he wants to know, what exactly are you learning on your podcasting courses that cost so much? Matt, that slurping is just too loud.
Oh, sorry, Rich. It's just my smoothie. It's all lumpy because I couldn't blend it properly.
Just put the Slurpee away. Sorry, Nan. Continue. What have you spent all the sponsorship money on? Matt, what is that?
Oh, I'm just having some chips. Do you want a chip, Nan?
Would you just go somewhere else and do... I'm sorry, Nan. Okay, the question is, well, how much would you say you've spent on podcasting courses in just, I don't know, the last 3 years off the top of your head? God, stop vacuuming!
Sorry, Rich, I can't hear you. I'm vacuuming. I got some crumbs on the carpet.
Oh, leave the crumbs, okay?
Oh, but what if it attracts ducks?
They won't attract ducks.
But ducks love crumbs.
Now, sorry, Nan, some of our listeners have questions about the amazing sponsors you find for our podcast, like this question from Rich. Real Chill. Do the podcast sponsors actually give us any doll-ups at all?
Oh, you're right, Rich. They didn't attract ducks. It attracted swans.
Swans?
Which are like ducks, but they're super fancy. Look at all of the fancy things they've got with them, like this string quartet. And this opera singer.
Get these swans out of here. Get this opera singer. I'm sorry, you're going to have to go. 10 minutes later. Right. Matt's been locked in a cupboard. He's busy with another part of the studio. We've gotten rid of most of the feathers. It's just us, me and you, Nan. We can finally talk. Nan, where are you? What's this piece of paper? Sorry, Rich, I had to leave. My helicopter will be here soon. Talk more next time. Please feed the swans. Bye, love, Nan. Not more swans! How did you get in here? Get out of here, swans! How are you so aggressive but so fancy at the same time? Okay, Matt, we've got to keep the lights on here at the podcast. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's time to talk about some sponsors.
Oi! So, here are the list of sponsors that have been approached for this episode of the Listies Make You Lol Cat Dog Hat. I got off track then. What are we doing?
I hope these are real companies. That's all I'm going to say as a caveat.
Oh, yeah. They must be, Rich. Why would the Listeroonies send us in completely made up but hilarious sponsor suggestions?
I know.
Why would they do that?
Why would they do that? Anyway.
These are the real companies who are really sponsoring our real podcast.
So I believe the mum is called Rachel. And the mum has said that my 9-year-old daughter would like to offer her advice for new sponsors for free. So thanks for that. Wow. Instagram.
Oh, that is good.
What is
That's
that?
good.
What is Instagram?
Well, I imagine it's like Instagram.
Yeah.
But it's for Nan.
Oh, brilliant. Well, but
Yeah,
isn't that already a thing and it's Facebook?
Oh, we got you, Zuckerberg.
Shots fired. Okay. Hi, Listies. My name is Matilda. I have met you after your show at the Malt House, and I gave Matt the koala with the hat, and I have a joke for you.
I remember.
Oh, that's Matilda. Thanks, Matilda.
Thanks, Matilda.
Why was the millipede Matt sad?
I don't know. Why was it sad?
He had to tie his shoelaces. In brackets, he didn't know how to tie his shoelaces. In bracket. Also, I have a sponsor for you.
Sorry, Rich.
I love that.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about that poor millipede that didn't know how to tie his shoelaces.
Yeah, don't get too sad.
I mean, it would have taken him ages.
Yeah, okay, whatever you do, don't blow your nose because we don't have a microphone.
Okay. Oh, well, I've recovered now. I just looked into Pooglet's eyes.
Yeah, good. Eye.
Sorry.
Eye.
Thank you. Eye.
Okay,
I just looked into his eye.
Also, I have a sponsor for you, the DIY Time Machine 2.0. And guess what? It now has a cup holder.
What? Oh, Rich, we should definitely add a cup holder
I think we
for
should
our
add-
DIY time.
Let's go crazy. Let's add 2. Like, let's push the boat out.
Wait, you know how I'm not allowed to take drinks in the car normally?
Yeah, I mean, it isn't such a good idea with the DIY time machine because, we do hurdle through time and space. So it would be a cup holder, but we're going to have to say no hot drinks. I'm not allowed to have, for example, a cup of hot water. That's just too crazy.
That's your favourite drink, though.
I know. I'm just going to have to go with a cup of cold water.
I love the idea that our lolcast is sponsored by one of our own products. That's good, isn't it? That makes heaps of sense. That keeps the money in the circle.
No, but it doesn't though, because we can't. Yeah, we won't.
Because we have money and we give it to ourselves, and then we get more money by giving more money to ourselves.
Okay, that's not how.
And now in more finance news,
Matt, you've got to stop reading Donald Trump's press releases. Now, there's another email here, Matt, that has emojis, so I need you to read the emojis.
Okay.
Hi, Georgia here.
Banana, 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 banana.
I've got a sponsor in return for the joy in my boring afternoons you give me.
Let's have a listen.
Hi, Listies. I'm Georgia and I'm 11. You remember me, I know that. I have a sponsor idea for you. McDonald Ducks. Do you like your Donald Duck deep fried? And your Mickey Mouse packed with some plastic thing that you'll never use? Well, come on down to McDonald Ducks. Not to be confused with McDonald's. Bye.
Thank you, Georgia.
Now, Matt, unfortunately, I got an email from the cat, our lawyer, CatGPT.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
saying, don't worry about it, everybody. Meow, 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 meow. No mistakes this week. Meow, 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 meow. I do a poo in a litter box. Sometimes I get the zoomies after. Love, your lawyer, CatGPT.
Oh, were that the truth, my fine friend. But unfortunately, that is an erroneous statement. We have many corrections. There's the music.
There it is. Here we go. Giving a cow a pat is not the same as getting a pat from a cow.
Oh, that's true, isn't it?
Oh, that is really true when you think about it.
Although Australia is known for its snakes and spiders, more Australians have actually been bitten by their brothers and sisters.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
True.
Especially if it's a family of bananas.
Or snakes.
This correction is for dogs and will be spoken at such a high frequency that no human can hear it. Here we go.
Carrot sticks and small tubs of hummus were not invented for space travel, but pack some anyway because you can get quite snacky in space.
Speaking of space, no one can hear you scream, but you can hear them sing, particularly if they're in a spaceship sitting next to you, like Katy Perry proved.
Yeah. You read the next one.
Despite what we said last week, there aren't that many dogs called Murray, Handbrake, Finkeldank, Jumbo and Palmer.
There aren't, are there? There should be more. I'd love to meet a dog called Murray.
I'd love to meet a dog called Palmer. Or, in Adelaide, it would be called Palmy.
True. If your remote control goes missing, check that it hasn't just been a bit clever with its leave and taken 3 days off and due to long weekends and public holidays actually gone away for 10 days, with only using 3 days of leave. After all, remote controls need to recharge their batteries just like everyone else. That was a long correction.
Contrary to their name, coasters actually do a lot of work.
They don't just coast, do they?
No, they're not. They do a lot of work.
A glass jar and a jar are the same thing.
A corn chip and a corn are not.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Not as many as I normally have.
Rich, it's probably time for us to talk about all of the amazing places that we're going to go to in the next billion years of our lives.
Yes! Pack your hummus and your small crackers because we're hooking up we'll edit this later. Don't keep this in because
Okay,
I'm making a bit of a mistake. Yeah.
What does edit mean?
Okay. Matt, you can guess what state or where these places are
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
It's the 110% Ready World Tour of Australia coming soon.
Okay.
We start out in June, going to Kerrang Memorial Hall.
Oh, that's in Kerrang.
We're going to Geelong Arts Centre.
That's in Geelong.
We're going to the Round in Nunawading.
That's in Nunawading.
We're going to the Seymour Centre in Sydney.
I don't know where that is.
We're going to Manning Entertainment Centre in
In
Taree.
Taree.
Yes.
Oh, I knew that one because Taree has the big oyster.
We're going to Jetty Theatre in Harbour.
Coffs Harbour.
Correct.
That's where the big banana is, Rich. Oh, we have to go to the big banana.
Oh, the places we'll go. We're going to the Performing Arts Centre, Cessnock.
That's in Cessnock.
We're going to Theatre Royal in Hobart.
Keep going.
We're going to Princess Theatre in Launceston.
Let's do it.
We're going to Illawarra Performing Arts Centre in Wollongong.
Let's go.
We're going to Redland Performing Arts Centre in Cleveland, Queensland.
Yeah.
We're going
Yep.
to Darwin Entertainment Centre.
Yep.
We're going to the windiest place ever, Wyndham Cultural Centre in Werribee.
Yeah.
Bunjil Place, Narre Warren. Mm-hmm. Lighthouse Theatre in Warrnambool. Portland Arts Centre. Goulburn Performing Arts Centre. Where's that, Matt?
Goulburn Art Centre is where the big merino is, Rich. This is going to be such a great tour.
We're going to there's a lot of big stuff on this tour.
There's a lot of big things.
We're going to the Q in Queanbeyan.
That's where the big queue is.
Yeah, and we're going to the Art House in Wyong.
Yes.
We're also going to be doing shows in the UK. We're going to be going to Edinburgh,
And London.
which is where the big queue is because it's in England, London, and people love queuing. We're going to London, and we're also going
Yep.
to Chester as well, Matt.
Are we?
One of the Roman towns in England.
Rich, let's go. Come on. Who cares about this tour? Nobody wants to see us live. That's boring. They want to hear your poetry.
They want to hear my poem, which is all about rugs.
Nan, are you going to hang around and hear Richard's poem? Where are you off to looking so nice with your handbag?
What?
Oh,
do you
your
mind?
lift's coming. Sorry, Rich.
Do you mind? I'm thinking about doing a poem
okay,
here.
Sorry,
I'm
Nan's
getting
just going
myself
to
in
wait
the zone.
here.
So
She's going to
welcome
listen to your
Richard's-
poem.
Welcome to
and then
Richard's
you're gonna
Poetry
do-
Corner.
Yep.
This one goes out to all of my listeners, Dingle Dangle, Tarquin, Amaretto, Followbot, and all of the new listeners.
How are you getting to your next place, Nan? Oh, by helicopter. I remember you saying that. Oof, I hope that
mind?
doesn't come in the middle of Richard's poetry corner.
Do you mind? I'm trying to record my Poetry Corner.
Okay.
I'd also like to thank all the new listeners who've joined us since my Instagram got hacked. Welcome, one and all. This isn't about rice cookers, but it's as good as that. It's a poem about rugs.
Okay, let's go.
Rugs, rugs, come through the door. Rugs, rugs, you lie 'em on the floor. Rugs, rugs,
Oh,
they're
what's
all
that
like fluffy. Rugs.
Oh, is that your helicopter, Nan?
They're also quite toughy. Rugs.
Okay,
Rugs.
I'll open the door for you. Oh, well, okay,
Give 'em
bye,
a
Nan.
vacuum. Rugs.
Do you want to
Rugs.
take these swans with you? Yeah, okay. All right.
is that
Come on,
noise?
swans. Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
The Listies Make You Lolcast was recorded on the lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation and the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. If you've enjoyed listening to this podcast, why not share it with a friend, or a cat, or a dog, or your pet rock? Bye! Come on, Pooglet, let's go!